I had the opportunity a few months ago, the last remaining Gnostic sect to survive into the 20th and now the 21st century is a sect called the Mandaeans. And interestingly enough, the location of their home has been the border between Iran and Iraq, right where Gulf War I and Gulf War II rolled right through them. And I was in another country where many of the Mandaeans had fled. And one of the high priests asked to meet with me while we were in this country. And of course I said yes. And he brought with him a scroll that he says is over 6,000 years old. And it was written in Aramaic, which is interesting to me because Aramaic was the language of Jesus, and we're not sure when it actually began. But what was interesting about this scroll, in our biblical traditions, the creation of humankind happens in a couple of sentences in the book of Genesis, because we've got the Reader's Digest condensed version, and a lot of things we know were edited out. In other traditions, such as the Mandaeans, they are in scrolls, so there is column after column, paragraph after paragraph of information describing the creation of the human body first, and how the powers that be then tried to put the soul into the body, suggesting that our soul is in fact separate and comes from somewhere else. And what makes it so interesting is that the first few iterations of humankind could not hold the power of the soul or the spark or the light of God from this higher dimension. And it was only when they perfected the genetic recipe for the bodies that we have now that they could get the soul. And it always says when they created the body of Adam. It's not when he created the body of Adam. When they, indicating that there were multiple people created, or multiple beings created the body of Adam, they could not get the soul into the body of Adam to experience. What that means to me in terms of everyday life is looking at the world around me through new eyes and recognizing that this world is nothing more, nothing less than a mirror of what we claim to be true in our hearts. And if we choose to live in a new world rather than trying to hammer it into submission externally, we can choose in our hearts to feel and believe in ways now that our scientists say actually affect and change the reality of our world through what's called coherent, heart-based emotion. They aren't just thoughts or wishes. Feeling as if our bodies are already healed, feeling as if peace has already happened in our lives, and giving thanks of appreciation and gratitude for whatever time we have together in this world. Because real or simulated, we don't really know how long it lasts or how long we're here. So from my perspective, every day I do my very best, and I ask myself the question, what can I do today to leave every place that I visit a better place than it was than when I got there? And whether it means cleaning up the sink in an airport bathroom before I leave because it looks better when I left than it did when I came in, or when someone stops me in the hall in a very busy conference to talk and I know I've got to be somewhere else, am I too busy to talk to them, or can I give them 60 or 90 seconds fully present, fully focused, and honoring, and just say to them, I can only honor you for these moments, and look them in the eye. In that way, these are the little things that we can do in our day. Be fully present with everyone that comes into our lives and crosses our paths, and where we choose to travel and share our energy, leave that place a better place than it was when we left. And to me, I can't think of a better way to live in the simulation.